Working hard is probably the worst thing you can possibly do. Okay, this is not what got me to 100K months and making $100,000 a month. Okay, this was not it. All the gurus out there, and it's a masculine thing, right? As men, the problem is the ego gets attached to hard work. It thinks hard work is important. It thinks, oh, we should just work harder. We should work hard. And the truth is the reason why people do that is because they're avoiding stuff. They're avoiding the truth. They're avoiding sitting down. Look, hard work. Excuse the noise, right? Hard work is for people who work 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's your style. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be creative and you have to work smarter, not harder. Okay? People who work 9 to 5, for example, they're given tasks. You know what I mean? They're given tasks to do, and then they do them all day. And there's no conscious, there's no creative thought. They just literally do what they're told. Okay, that's not the frequency that you want to be in as an entrepreneur. And so as an entrepreneur, you have to realize that it's not the hard work that makes money. If it was, look, there's plenty of people in 9 to 5 jobs, right, that work hard. They don't make any money, okay? There are entrepreneurs who work 4 hours or less a day and make 100K a month or even more a month, millions of dollars a month. And all they do is do stuff like this. They shoot videos, they shoot TikToks, they do all this stuff, and then they end up making the money. Okay, so it's not hard work. And you're probably sitting there like, okay, well, what is it? Well, what really matters, right? How can I implement this so that I can learn this? Here's the thing. First of all, it's all about manifestation. If you're not into manifestation, you're not into energy work, you're not even on this plane, okay? You don't even know how business works in that case, okay? All business is mental. All business is mindset. Once you get the mindset right, then literally it feels like doing 2% of the work as far as everything else. Okay, so Tim Ferriss talks about this, an 80-20 principle, Pareto's principle, 80-20. 80% of your efforts, 80% of your results, guys, is gonna come from 20% of your effort. Okay, it's not about working harder. That's like saying if you wanted to get a sandwich from your fridge, right? Do you have to look up the ingredients on the sandwich? Like say there's just a sandwich sitting in there. Do you have to look up the ingredients? Do you have to research what a refrigerator is? Do you have to research, how am I gonna walk step in front of the other there? No, you see it in your mind. Your brain is gonna figure out a way to open that door and then just simply get it. Are you gonna have resistance to eating the sandwich, especially if you're hungry? Hell no, right? You're not gonna have any resistance to getting the sandwich from the fridge because it's that easy. Manifestation, it doesn't matter if it's manifesting business results, a relationship, health, again, money, whatever it is, it does not matter. It's the same for everything. It matters how you show up. And the gym is a perfect example with that. In the gym, it's not about, working 18 hours a day. In fact, if you were in the gym all day, you'll probably see terrible results. Okay, and I know there's people that do that, but if we're being honest, they're not actually getting the results from working out. They're getting it from steroids and stuff. If we're being 100% honest here, okay? People, it doesn't take all day to get results in the gym. Like I said, in fact, it can be the opposite because you're not getting enough rest. It takes an hour or two at most, and as long as you push yourself, as long as you challenge yourself in that time frame, you're going to get the results that you want. And then, of course, outside of that, you have to eat, and that's all it takes. You have to eat healthy, and that's all it takes. And the way that you could think about this as business is the eating healthy part, the input, making sure your body is prepped to be on the right vibration to get results. You can think of that as the mind, right? The way you're feeling, the way you're emotionally showing up when you take an action. That's like the eating right thing. And trust me, believe me, I was on the football team. Okay, I did conditioning a lot in college and played high school as well. But when I was in college, I did all this conditioning. I was a college football player. I was constantly active. We were doing a practice and a workout each day. And I was huge. I was chubby, guys. It's because I ate like crap. And I remember when I was done with football and stuff, I tried to get into a workout routine, right? I tried to lose the weight to look healthier and stuff, and it wasn't working because I was eating like crap. And once I was able to eat healthier and I actually clean up my diet, it happened within a month. I lost all this weight. I was already seeing results. I was already even seeing results in my workouts as well. Okay, so the number one thing was not hard work. I was working extremely hard in the gym, but that didn't matter if I wasn't replenishing my body right. Okay? So at the end of the day, what you have to do is you have to realize that it's how you show up to the action, right? Even in the gym, if I was to slop around, I wouldn't get stronger. It's like when I'm in there, I go full out, but then I don't need to do it 18 hours a day. And this is with any work, okay? Even in a job, most of the work is just not, it doesn't get anything done. Because again, it's 20%. You maybe get if you've ever worked a job, you know this. You probably are sharp as a tack and doing great work for maybe 2-3 hours max. And then after that, everything goes down the drain. You're just basically wasting time. This is exactly how it is in entrepreneurship, okay? So again, you have to realize it's your inputs. What you have to do is you have to imagine what you actually want, right? Don't look at the gurus and think you have to put your head down and work, because if you wake up and you just put your head down and work, you're lost. You don't have a vision. You don't know where you're going. You have to know where you're going. You have to have, okay, what is it I'm actually trying to accomplish here? Am I trying to make $10,000 a month? Am I trying to get a new client? Am I trying to do that through content? What exactly am I trying to accomplish here? And then once you have that, you think about the end result in your mind. You keep that in your imagination, and you focus on that imagination, and then your mind is naturally going to draw you to that. Okay, for example, if I wanted to, again, the sandwich from the fridge, right? There's no hard work to do. It's not like I have to work 8 hours a day or do my time to earn a sandwich. I go and get it. You see that? And it comes from a worthy thing. When you really feel worthy, you get this, okay? You understand this. You understand that you have power, because people who work hard, the truth is the reason why people work really hard is because they don't realize the power they have. It's like with God. God can just snap his fingers and then he has everything he needs. Okay, that power is within your imagination, right? You don't have to work hard to imagine a Ferrari in your driveway in your head, right? Now, everybody knows about time lapse as far as it materializing in your physical world, right? But for the most part, that's basically what we're talking about, is that you can materialize it very quickly if you have no resistance. If you imagine something and you have no resistance whatsoever as to getting it, you could get it within a matter of days. And this is exactly how this principle works. This is why hard work doesn't matter. Because again, if you truly want to accomplish something, you have to do what is necessary. This was the exact same with singing and literally any skill I've ever gotten. So with singing, I used to practice for 2 hours religiously, right? Like probably 3 times a week. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was literally probably annoying everybody in the music building because I was absolutely terrible. I was just screaming at the top of my lungs, basically. It was terrible, okay? And the moment I actually got good at singing, it did take consistency, but the moment I got good at singing was I didn't have practice regimens. I didn't have a strict routine. I would just kind of sing out and about like everywhere that I went, right? Just doing whatever, okay? And ultimately I let go. I didn't practice the techniques. I didn't do any of that. And still to this day, if I don't sing that good, it's because of one thing, and that's passion and enthusiasm. It's because I'm not putting enough energy behind it. And this is the same with anything. Everything comes to you when you put enough passion, enthusiasm behind the effort. In other words, when you put the right effort or the right energy behind the actions that you're taking. Not even the actions itself, because all actions work. It's about the energy you put behind it. So again, I could go back to being sucky at singing. I could even be a little bit dehydrated. But if I truly sing and really feel it with passion, I'm really in that state of really feeling what I'm singing, then I sing great. It didn't take years of practice, you see? And that's the same with selling. It's the same exact thing with selling. When I just forget about it, it's looking at it as a place of play. When I sing, it's play. When I sell really good, it is play. I'm just there playing, basically. I'm like acting like the great salesman. I'm having fun as I sell, okay? And when I'm great at socializing as well, like I'm great at socializing because, again, I see it as play. I don't see it as getting anything. I'm great at relationships in general with that stuff because I see it all as play. When you see stuff as play, then everything aligns, okay? Again, all you got to remember in this entrepreneurial journey, or whatever journey you're on, whatever kind of self-development, whatever you're trying to manifest, right? You have to know it's not about the work you do. It's about how you show up. And this is why it's so key to really develop your mind and to heal so that you can get to the place where it's easy. Okay, because once you heal and you understand the mind, you understand what to keep out of your sort of frame, and so that you can just go, and so that you can have a healthy mindset going forward. Once you understand that, it's easy to manifest anything. And that's the beauty. When you put your mind first and when you put manifestation first, it's not like you're really going to learn how to do things. Like they all come at once. This is why things show up at once, because it's all mindset. Like it's not like, oh, let's get our finances together, then we'll get our relationship together, then we'll get our health together. It's not like this linear thing. If you truly work on your mind and you're applying it to all areas of your life, you could see your finances skyrocket like that. You could see your relationships skyrocket at the exact same time. Your health's going to skyrocket. If you're doing it right and you're working on all areas of your life, which you should be, because you should have a good life, it shouldn't just be business, right? It should be all areas. Then that's when you see massive change. So just remember this. Okay, the summary of this video is not to work hard. You need to be more creative. Working hard is for the lazy. Honestly, it's for the lazy. Because it takes thinking to sit there and to daydream and to actually just let yourself go, and think creatively. Okay, how can I do this? How can I, the people in society who are considered lazy are actually the smart people who are very creative. Because the people in society who are lazy go, I don't want to do all this work for this. Isn't there an easier way to get it? Those are the creative people. Those are the people that actually get what they want in an easy, effortless manner and piss everybody else off that are working hard. Okay, so again, focus on the one action that you can do. In fact, don't even focus on that. Just focus on the end result that you want. And then the action will naturally come to you, and allow yourself to have it. Just focus on the end result and do not reject that it's already there. Okay? There's no difference between imagination and reality. The problem is through conditioning, people have placed more acceptance or power on this physical realm, this physical reality and plane, rather than what they imagine in their head. There's no difference, because if you really are aware, you realize that everything in your reality now and literally at this very second was created by your brain. Like there's literally nothing that's not created by your brain. No circumstance, no situation. It's all law of attraction, etc. That's why it's important to understand this, okay? So again, focus on your energy. Focus on the end result. You'll naturally take the right actions to get you to there the quickest way, because that's how our brain is built too. Our brain wants to make it easy. It wants to get to the thing the fastest way possible. The only difference between, bad behavior, not doing what you should, versus getting your goals is your focus, right? Obviously, if you focus on the wrong things, like trying to sleep around, then you could start watching like videos, adult videos and stuff, and because your brain just wants that same dopamine hit to get it the result as soon as possible. But if you focus on good things, right, like improving your finances and your health, then again, it's going to go, okay, well, how can we do this in the fastest way possible, in the most efficient way possible that is good and healthy for us long term. So I hope that helped you guys. Again, just take the actions, focus on the end result, and really focus on the feeling that you would have when you do that, and you're going to find manifesting to be very simple, and you're not going to be under the delusion anymore that hard work is what's needed, okay? Because it does. You could see many different people, not just me, many different people have also done this, have made way more than just $100 grand a month as well. So I hope this helped you guys. Also, I have coaching, so I can go ahead and coach you through this process, whether you're doing your own business, whether you're doing your own goals, whatever you have going on, I can go ahead and coach you, and we can go ahead and set that up, and I can help you to achieve your goal. So until next time, go ahead and apply the principles in this video, and I assure you, you're already going to be ahead of literally 99% of people out there.